The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Tax the rich, feed the poor, till there are no rich no more.
Welcome to Pod Talk, everybody. I'm Jimmy Bell.
I'm Paul Daniels.
And I'm Jeremy Gibbs.
Jesus Christ! I've never, do you know what? You have never, ever said that on cue. Ever. Unbelievable.
It's like, hello.
Yeah.
What?
It's a rhythm thing, brother.
Hello.
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 All right, so
God.
nobody prepared anything for this show tonight. Correct?
No, yesterday was... Oh, we could talk about the 4th of July and happy birthday, America.
Yeah, happy birthday, Declaration of Independence.
Oh, yeah,
So
we
you-
could do that.
Give out some loves and hugs to the troops.
Oh, shit, do you know what, Jimmy? Where's the plug for the fucking Bluetooth? Do you want to do phone calls?
It would be around here somewhere.
Do you know what? If you're not going
I
to do it,
would
that's
like
fine.
to give a special shout out to Billy Bob down in Lower Alabama.
Yes, we miss you, Billy Bob. You fucking hillbilly.
As soon as they get the phones hooked up, Billy Bob, if you get a chance, give us a call.
That's right. Oh, please. The Thursday show could only get better with Billy Bob. Everything's better with Billy Bob.
Everything
I hate to
is.
admit it. I hate the prick, but he's...
Right.
Right? Yeah, he's funny. He's goddamn funny. All right, Jimmy, do you know what? Why don't we got a clip, so why don't you set it up? No, I meant set it up with, like, what it's about.
I gotta get the clip.
Okay.
But, it's Jim Jordan, Representative
Oh,
Jim
Mrs.
Jordan,
David.
in the committee hearing, questioning Rosenstein.
That ought to be great. I did see a quick clip of this, but it was only like a 20-second blurb.
It's gonna take me a minute.
How long's this clip?
I think it's about 5 minutes.
All right, so I'll get to hear the whole thing because I was pissed because it was only a 20-second blurb. I don't see why. Do you know what? Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, here's the bombshell. Here's the bombshell." Right? Is it ever
Where?
a bombshell? You know, when they're talking about these congressional
No,
hearings.
It's
It's like
always
you-
more of the same bullshit where they talk like, "Oh my God, we've got all this evidence. We're going to do this. We're going to do that," and then what they tell the American public is absolute shit, absolute bullshit. It's
Yeah.
just a fancy way of saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, well, we found the evidence. We're not going to do anything about it. But we did find the evidence.
Right.
So congratulate us. We found it. Well, that's great. Because I know if my mother gets murdered,
The one thing,
right?
yeah,
And the cops go, well, we found the guy that did it. You're like, fuck yeah. And they're like, well, we're not going to do anything about it.
but he's
But-
an
but
illegal alien, so we're not going to do anything.
Yeah, but congratulate us for finding the guy. That's pisser. Thanks. Jesus Christ, just give me his fucking
They don't
address.
care.
I'll do it myself.
What are we talking about?
Anyone. Like how Congress, they have all this evidence on people. And it's not just Hillary. I mean, most of it is.
Right.
But and they find evidence on these people and they go, well, it doesn't rise to the level of prosecution.
Yeah, I know.
And
No
that's-
reasonable prosecutor would prosecute.
Right, and you're supposed to pat him on the back for finding the evidence. No. I pat you on the back when you do something about it. Oh, what the fuck? That's like having your identity stolen, right? And they go, well, we found the guy that stole your identity.
Well, nothing's going to happen to Hillary if what's-his-name's
No,
going to stay in
no,
there.
I know. But they say, well, we're not going to do anything. He's going to be allowed to continue to steal your identity, but here's his name. Thanks. fucking assholes. And no, they're never going to do anything about Hillary. Ever. I don't
With
care.
Sessions in there, they got to get rid of him.
Hillary could stab a baby in the head. In the head. And they would go, well, it didn't rise to the level. What more do you need? I'm sick of the two-tiered system. Anything, Jeremy?
Like I said, politically, our government doesn't give a shit about us, so everything you're saying makes sense. I mean, they don't care. They feed you enough information to make it sound like they're doing something when they're really not.
Yep.
And then something else that I had a concern about was I am starting to see a shit ton of rumors that Trey Gowdy is being considered for one of the Supreme Court spots. I was like, yeah.
Oh my
They're
God!
already
I
starting
would
to call him Do Nothing Gowdy because he stirs a shit pot and then doesn't get anywhere with it. I'm not saying he's bad at what he does. He's just not getting the results that the American people want.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? He stirs the pot. He shows them for what they are. It's not his job to prosecute them. That gets sent down the line.
Right.
That's on Sessions' door.
Well, hey, you might want to be careful because Billy Bob is a little closer tonight. He's in Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg,
With Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania?
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Yeah, he's still a good way away. Oh,
He's
that
close
fucking
enough.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what? I'll meet him halfway. I'll meet him in PA. I'll meet him at Hershey Park, Pennsylvania. We meet at Hershey Park, right? We settle our fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Then we do like the Tunnel of Love. We come out all friends and lovely and nice. Never gonna happen. God, I hate that fucking prick. I hope he gets shot
But
with
you
a
want him on the
Gatling
air.
gun. That's what I'd love to see. Him getting shot with a Gatling gun in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Billy Bob. You better hope Billy Bob's not listening. He's going to hunt you down.
Good. He's been threatening me for almost a year. Fuck him.
Do nothing, Billy Bob.
Yes, Billy Bob. All babble, no action.
You guys see this article that's been floating around where a Hispanic man, Kino Jimenez, attacked a teenager in a MAGA hat at a Whataburger restaurant in Texas. He took the kid's hat, threw a drink in his face, and then told him he was going to burn the hat in his fireplace and walked off.
Was it a Trump hat?
Yeah, well, Make America Great.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Trump
it was
hat.
a MAGA hat. Make America
Oh,
Great
okay.
hat.
I didn't catch that. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, he had a legitimate beef. He seen something that offended him,
Yeah, no.
so he had the right to rob the person of their property, the hat, and assault them. He was offended.
Well, the funny thing is,
Guaranteed nothing.
he
Well, they
was
said
an
the guy's a
employee of
part-time
Whataburger.
bartender. They said he lost
Oh, he was a
his job.
fucking employee? I'm sure that went over great
Yes.
with the boss.
Yeah, they said he fired.
No,
Oh, he got fired?
immediately.
Oh, shit, you think so?
Oh, immediately.
Should be deported. Fuck him. He's probably here illegally anyways.
Exactly.
Well, let's go. Yeah, that's kind of what they were suggesting, that he should be deported.
Called that one.
But,
You know what? Oh, sorry,
Go
go ahead. I was going to say, do you know what would be great about being
rich? I
rich?
can see it now.
Yeah, I know. We're trying not to step on each other's toes. That's the problem. Just do it. I would love to be rich, have a huge lawn, and then I would hire like an all fucking Hispanic crew to do it. And I would stand out there with my Trump shirt on and my Trump hat on, and I would just be like, yeah, you missed a spot over there. Yeah, let's get to that. All right.
If you're gonna do it right.
Yeah, I can call ICE. Let's get this done nice. Oh, that would be the best. Hold that over them. All right. Somebody's supposed to react.
To me about,
This is going over so horribly. I am so glad I left my air
Billy
conditioned
Bob,
toast
where
for
are
this.
you? We need rescued horribly bad.
Yeah.
None of us prepared shit for this show. This is why we now call this the shit show.
Do you know what? It truly is a shit show.
Yeah, like I said, I got one clip.
It sure
and
is.
They could have killed an hour.
Do you know what? It was better than when me and Jimmy just used to yell at each other. We should go back to that.
No. Too hot for that.
Yeah, I'm going to take Jimmy off his meds.
Here's something that'll piss you guys off. Facebook has officially flagged the Declaration of Independence as hate speech.
Well, of course. I mean, because, you know, it's...
And he starts laughing.
It's fucking like the most...
Well, abolish ICE. Everything to them is real radical now. The more radical, the better to them.
Yeah, the more conservative, the more radical.
Yeah, the more they can silence you, the more they can make you look bad.
Yeah.
They will do whatever they can to shut you up.
All I know is all the independents are running conservative with Trump rather than these idiots on the left with their socialism.
I seen a fucking advertisement.
Yeah,
for like,
but what these idiots on the left don't realize is whatever freedoms they take from those on the right are also taken from them.
Exactly. But when that happens to them...
It sounds great
right?
on paper until it happens to them.
Exactly. It's like, do you know what? It's like cocaine. Yeah. Cocaine's great, all right? But eventually, you know, it's your turn to pay for it. Then it stinks. It's the same way with socialism.
Right.
As long as it's somebody else's money.
People's money.
Exactly. When you're doing free lines, oh, it's the best drug in the world. But when you're paying for somebody else's high, not so fun no more. Not so fun. And you know what? On the same note, with like all these liberal comedians, right? And they can't do their shit, you know, at the colleges no more because they're offended by it. And it's like, whoa. Well, I'm not going to do colleges no more because everyone's crybabies. You were the one standing next to them until it affected your wallet. Now you don't like the PC culture. Now you don't like it.
Exactly. Until it happens to them, they're okay with it.
Yep.
Then when they realize that the people they support live in mansions while they live in shacks...
Yeah.
They're talking about, oh my God, you got to tax the rich, you got to make the rich pay their fair share. Well, guess what? While the rich are paying their fair share, you're getting poorer, and the politician is getting richer.
It's getting richer. The middleman is taking all the money.
It said has... what's that stupid bitch's name? Minority House Leader.
Oh, Pelosi.
Yeah, how did she get rich? How did McCain get rich? These people on these couple $100,000.
Actually, her husband was already a rich guy. He was. Just to be fair, I hate the woman and everything, but her husband was already rich. You know, she would
probably not rich until she made him richer.
Oh, she made him richer. Absolutely, she used her position to make him richer. Absolutely, but they would have been A-OK either way. And they go out of their way to pay the lowest tax amount.
Yeah, well, it's like Bernie Sanders. Just several weeks ago, he gave a big speech on how the rich need to pay their fair share, and then the son of a bitch turned around and spent $5 million on a house.
Yeah. And I'm sure he took advantage of every tax loophole that existed.
Yeah. Right. This isn't his everyday house where he goes home to every night. This is like a vacation home for him.
Yeah, he's got 3 of them. He's got 3 homes.
And it was the same thing. It was the same thing with Al Gore when he was preaching all that freaking global warming and everything else. When his house, I believe his house in Tennessee, uses the most electricity out of any residence in the entire county.
Yeah. Well, because he's got to keep his pool at the perfect temperature. He's got to keep his wine chilled at the perfect temperature. He is the typical fucking limousine liberal. It's good for the poor, but not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what, Jimmy? Play the clip.
Yeah, play the clip, Jimmy. We're dying here. Rescue us.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. I gotta get out of the room now.
Chair recognizes the gentleman from Ohio, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Rosenstein, why are you keeping information from Congress?
Congressman, I am not keeping any information from Congress that it's appropriate.
In a few minutes, Mr. Rosenstein, I think the House of Representatives is going to say something different.
I don't agree with you, Congressman. I don't believe that's what they're going to say, and if they do, they'll be mistaken.
I disagree, but I think in a few minutes the House of Representatives is going to go on record saying you haven't complied with requests from a separate and equal branch of government, that you haven't complied with subpoenas, and you got 7 days to get your act together. I think that's what's going to happen in a few. And that's not Jim Jordan. I think that's the House. I think that's a majority of the House of Representatives. In just a few minutes, I think that's going to happen. And I want to know why you won't give us what we've asked for.
Sir, I certainly hope that your colleagues are not under that impression. That is not accurate, sir. And
it is accurate. We have caught you hiding
Mr. Chairman, can we allow the witness to answer? Mr. Chairman, point of order. We can go to Mr. Jordan's press conference and listen to him, but we came here to hear from the witness.
The time belongs to the gentleman.
Mr. Rosenstein,
can we allow him to answer?
We have caught you hiding information.
Allow him to answer.
He will be permitted to answer when Mr. Jordan.
Why do we have them here?
We'll allow him additional time to answer.
Why are they not allowed to answer?
The gentleman's out of order. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized.
Mr. Rose, let me make this one point, then I'll let you answer.
Mr. Jordan, I'd like to
let me make this one point,
sir.
Where we've caught you hiding information, then you can answer. Why did you hide the fact that Peter Strzok and Judge Contreras were friends? Why did you redact that in the documents you gave to us? Judge Contreras is kind of important. FISA court judge, more importantly, just as importantly, the judge that heard Mike Flynn's case. Why did you try to hide that from us?
Mr. Jordan, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to respond. I've heard you make those sort of allegations publicly on TV.
And
if you let me respond, sir.
Mr. Chairman, he should be given the opportunity.
Now, Mr. Jordan,
it's redacted.
I am the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. Okay? I'm not the person doing the redacting. I'm responsible for responding to your concerns as I have. I have a team with me, sir. It's just a fraction of the team that's doing this work, and whenever you brought issues to my attention, I have taken appropriate steps to remedy them. So your statement that I'm personally keeping information from you, trying to conceal information...
You're the boss, Mr. Rosenstein.
That's correct. And my job is to make sure that we respond to your concerns. We have, sir. Now, I've appointed Mr. Lausch, who is managing that production. And my understanding is it's actually going very well, sir. So I appreciate your concerns.
Again, I think the House of Representatives is going to say otherwise.
But your use of this to attack me personally...
Why did you... It's not wrong.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. May the witness be permitted to answer the question?
It's not personal.
The gentleman will suspend. The witness is going to have an opportunity to say whatever he wants at the end of Mr. Jordan's 5 minutes. Until it is not those personal. 5 minutes, they're his time.
I appreciate your service. It's not personal. We just want the information. Why did you tell Peter Strzok not to answer our questions yesterday? When I asked Peter Strzok if he'd ever communicated with Glenn Simpson, he gave us the answer he gave us dozens of times. On advice of FBI counsel, I can't answer that question. Why couldn't he answer that question?
Mr. Jordan, I appreciate your sincere concerns, but I didn't give Peter Strzok any instructions. If there was some problem with the instructions he had, I'll be happy to look into it.
Not what his FBI lawyer said.
Mr. Jordan, when you find some problem with a production or with questions, it doesn't mean that I'm personally trying to conceal something from you. It means we're running an organization that's trying to follow the rules, and we're going to respond.
You know what was interesting? When I asked him if he'd ever talked to Bruce Orr, he said he had. Said he had 3 times in 2016 and 2017. Then I asked him, have you ever talked to Nellie Orr? And he said, no, I haven't. I said, well, why can you answer that question? Because Nellie Orr worked for Glenn Simpson, worked for Fusion. He could answer that question, but he couldn't answer because FBI counsel told him he couldn't. He couldn't answer the question whether he'd ever communicated with Glenn Simpson, a journalist. Why couldn't he answer that question?
Mr. Jordan, I appreciate you saying it isn't personal. Sometimes it feels that way. How do I know, sir? I mean, you interviewed Mr. Strzok. I didn't. So I can't.
Works for you. Doesn't work for us.
There are 115,000 people who work for me, sir.
Mr. Rosenstein, did you threaten staffers on the House Intelligence Committee? Media reports indicate you did.
Media reports are mistaken.
Sometimes. But this is what they said. Having the nation's #1 law enforcement officer threaten to subpoena your calls and emails is downright chilling. Did you threaten to subpoena their calls and emails?
No, sir, and there's no way to subpoena phone calls.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm reading what the press said.
I would suggest that you not rely on what the press says, sir.
Well, I didn't ask if there's no way to do it. I asked if you said it.
If I said what?
What I just read you.
No, I did not.
Well, now who are we supposed to believe? Staff members who we've worked with, who've never misled us, or you guys who we've caught hiding information from us, who tell a witness not to answer our questions? Who are we supposed to believe?
Thank you for making clear it's not personal, Mr. Jordan.
Well, I'm saying the Department of Justice.
Me because I'm telling the truth and I'm under oath. If you want to put somebody else under oath and they have something different,
I know these staff members.
Respond.
Here's my last question. What's so important that you know that you don't want us to know, that you won't give us the documents we're asking for, that the House of Representatives is about ready to go on record saying you should give us? What's so darn important that you will threaten members, at least according to media reports and according to the staff members, threaten members?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Chairman.
What is so important, Mr. Rosenstein?
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Chairman.
This is not an appropriate time for a parliamentary inquiry.
And point of order. The gentleman keeps representing that the House of Representatives. Yes, it will be. The Republicans who continue
that is not an appropriate point of order.
Well, he needs to be correct in his statement.
The time of the gentleman will be restored.
The members of the Republican Party.
The gentlewoman will suspend. The time of the gentleman from Ohio will be restored for another additional 15 seconds, and then the Deputy Attorney General will be allowed to respond.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Rosenstein, Mr. Ray, I do appreciate your work, but I'd also appreciate if the House of Representatives could get the information. We have repeatedly, Mr. Gowdy talked about how long this investigation is going on, how long there's been a special counsel. We started asking for information in July of last year, and some of that is still has not been given to the Congress, still has been given to this committee, the committee charged with defending the Judiciary Committee. So I appreciate what you do. I just want the information, and we're so frustrated that there is now a resolution on the floor of the House in just a few minutes that will be voted on.
Time of the gentleman has expired. Mr. Rosenstein will be allowed to respond.
I don't have any control over what resolutions you vote on, sir, and
I know
you to do that. But
the gentleman will suspend it. The time now is the Attorney General's.
If you're interested in the truth, Mr. Jordan, the truth is we have a team of folks. They're Trump appointees and career folks, and they're doing their best to produce these documents. Director Ray explained to you the process. He's got hundreds of people working around the clock trying to satisfy these requests. So whether you vote or not is not going to affect it. You're going to get everything that's relevant that we can find and produce to you. I support this report, sir. I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. That was Representative Jim Jordan grilling Rosenstein.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the fact that he was grilling him.
Let's go here first.
I didn't like the fact that he wouldn't let him respond.
Well, all the weirdo Democrats were interrupted. You should let him answer. You should let him answer. The gentleman from Ohio won't let him answer.
Well, he asked him like 90 questions without letting him answer one of them. Let him answer and make a fool of himself, because that's what he was about to do. He didn't have an answer for the question.
He was going to sidetrack.
Exactly.
Well, that could have been a setup.
Back
anyway.
into no, this is what I want. You know, why you are hiding this? Why are you redacting that? His friendship with the judge. Why are you redacting that?
I understand that, but let him answer the questions one at a time. He'll look stupider.
Contreras
he looked stupider. He had him rattled.
Contreras is the judge that signed the FISA warrant.
Right, to spy on the Trump
Contreras
campaign.
is the one that signed the... Right, correct. And if you haven't heard this, Scott Schools, what a name that is, Rosenstein's second in command, is resigning. Here, Scott Schools had dealings with Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, was good friends with, I believe, Judge Contreras, which I think his first name's Robert, but don't quote me on that, or something like that. I can't remember the guy's first name.
Yeah, that's cool.
I had a whole slew of stuff on this guy before, but they're also tied into Robert Mueller, which they actually this is probably why some of this stuff appears to be hidden on Rosenstein's part, or at least he appears to be trying to hide it, is because they refuse to reveal details of the process that basically led up to Robert Mueller being granted an ethics waiver to serve as special counsel.
This is a news.
We got do you know what? I seen that video. They said that they had special powers, right? And they asked them to define what them powers, them added powers were, and they said that's classified. And they're like, you can't do that. If you at least have to tell us the parameters of your scope and what you can do under these new rules of engagement, just for say.
Yeah. Well,
the judge dismissed the lawsuit that Trump
Schools.
collusion with Russian hackers. They dismissed the lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that yesterday, I think. But
it's on Tucker tonight.
Scott Schools, which is Rosenstein's second in command.
Yeah.
He's in command.
Is the one that authorized
his balls
Mueller.
chopped off. Jet Sessions.
Yeah, he's the one that authorized Mueller to have the ethics waiver, and he claimed it to what the hell they call it. I'm going to read this code off. I don't know exactly what it means. It just says pursuant to 5 CFR 2635.502D.
Well,
that's the law they
everything.
used to authorize Mueller. Yes.
And do you know
a whole hell of a lot. I haven't had a chance to look that up because I just found it.
And do you know what the thing I love the most is? If they actually call it what it is, an ethics waiver. So instead of following the rules of ethics, we're going to waive that. So it'll be very unethical.
I don't understand why they're even messing with this to begin with, because everybody who's involved in this is all in one. It's like a big circle jerk with these guys because they're all involved with each other.
They're all in
they
bed
all have
together.
ties to each other, and all this. Yes, and all this stuff can be proven. Yet they're talking about it being ethical or unethical. Clearly, it's not ethical because they're all in cahoots with each other.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
It wouldn't be exactly conspiracy.
If these
the word I was looking for.
Yeah, if these people weren't in the government, you'd be able to prosecute them under the RICO statutes. It's a fucking crime conspiracy.
That was actually brought up dealing with Hillary Clinton not too long ago, that they were considering trying to find a way under the RICO statutes to prosecute her.
She fits every criteria of it.
I know.
She's an organized crime family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's even family involved. To the husband, to the daughter, to the son-in-law, who's related to Soros. If that does not fall under organized crime, I don't know what does. Then Whitey Bulger's innocent.
Right.
Whitey Bulger probably killed less people than Hillary. Allegedly. That's for you, Joe.
Right. I was going to say, that doesn't shock me.
No! Look how many people that have been around the Clintons are dead. They're dead. Suicide, robbery, but nothing was stolen. And it's always when somebody's just about to testify. I mean, how many times do you need to see that?
Like, what was the guy we was talking about on the last show? The one that had the 2 shots to the back of the head,
Vince
committed
Foster.
suicide by shooting himself in the back of the head twice.
Yeah, sitting on a park bench in Washington, D.C. Yeah, because that's what I do.
Where you're not allowed to own a gun, by the way.
Exactly.
You are not allowed to own a gun in D.C., but somehow a top aide to Hillary Clinton had one and shot himself in the head twice.
Twice. In the back of the head. Because that's where everybody shoots themselves.
It's
well,
like,
you can do it, but why would you?
Yeah, well, no. How do you do that? It's like, you stick the gun to the back of your head, bang, Oh, well, shit. It didn't knock me out and it didn't kill me. Oh, we'll do it again. Bang.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one didn't work. Wouldn't it at least knock the gun out of your hand?
The first one alone, even if it didn't kill him, would have knocked him unconscious.
Well, at least knock the gun out of your hand.
Shot, whether the first one killed him or not.
You'd at least drop the gun. At least drop the gun. Because, I mean, that's a huge shot to the system.
Absolutely... Yeah, there is absolutely no way in hell that guy shot himself in the back of the head twice, which means he didn't miss the first time. He just didn't kill himself.
Right, yeah, well, both wounds were fatal, but obviously one wasn't immediately.
Would knock him out.
Yes, it would move you. It would move you forward, right? And your first reaction would be to fucking let that gun go.
No, because your hands might tighten up.
Nah.
Yeah, when you get shot, your nerves
knock the gun right out of your hand.
Your nerves are just going to clamp up on you.
I would go the other way on that one.
Your hands ain't going to fly over.
Well, if anyone's a doctor and they want to call it, we can't. We can't do it. I was going to say give out the 1-800 number, Jimmy.
Why, what's the matter?
Well, I was going to say if any doctor would like to call in and say, you would the gun would
Billy
flip
Bob.
out of your hand. You wouldn't clench it tighter. No way. No way.
Yeah.
And then put it back to the back of your head.
He was even.
First of all, if you
no way he was even conscious.
Well, you can do it.
You shoot right through your spine.
Well, no.
And second of all, right? Just let me get this out, right?
Gun.
You shoot yourself in the back of the head, right? It fails. You still have the gun in your hand, which is a huge improbability. And then you do the exact same thing that failed. When you just put it in the front of your head, well, it didn't work in the back of my head, I'll go for the front.
Oh, you do the back with a different angle.
Are you kidding me?
Right.
Well, if the first one was too low, then you put it back in and aim a little higher.
Right, no. You would stick it in your mouth and point it straight up.
As soon as that round hit him in the back of the head, the first one, it would have rendered him unconscious.
Yeah, that's
There's no way that first shot didn't knock him out.
Yeah, that's like
or
being
at least
punched
render
in
him
the back
so
of the
loopy
head.
he couldn't pull the trigger a second time.
Yeah.
He would have had to have knocked out, recovered, and then shot himself a second time.
Yeah, came to,
yeah. That's all.
You
Man, what the fuck is this guy on? Crack?
Yeah, no shit. Whatever he's on, I want some. Let me rephrase that one. When I say want some, not talking about Hillary. Whatever drugs they pumped into him. It's fucking retarded. You don't shoot yourself in the back of the head twice. You don't shoot yourself in the back of the head once.
Yeah, there's just no stinking way.
No. Do you know what? If you do it mathematically, if you actually equated that mathematically, the odds of it would be infinitesimal. That would be the actual scenario that happened. All even starting with the park bench in D.C. Right there, you've already lost 10 points. You're already down 10. Jesus. And it was so accepted by the media.
His IQ dropped.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I'm sure it dropped at the same rate the bullet passed through his skull. The good thing is, he was only retarded. He was only retarded for like a fucking millisecond.
Who?
Vince.
Oh God, I missed. I must do it again. Jeez, because I can't believe people actually buy that though. That's sad.
Yeah. Well, do you know what happened? The first bullet that went through his head made him retarded, so he was so stupid that he did the same thing again the second time. He shot himself in the head.
Through the same hole.
Yeah, and gained a chromosome. Who knew it was that easy?
I bet he was speaking in tongues before he died.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, well, because his tongue was sticking about 3 feet out of his fucking face from the bullet coming through the back of his head.
Right.
Just imagine what that looked like when you come walking up on that scene.
Well, you know, they actually have a list of well over 100 people who were closely associated to Hillary Clinton who have died.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, under mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, they made a movie out of it.
Yes! Wasn't that on...
I think it was on Netflix or YouTube. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I forget which one. But yeah,
well, it ain't on Netflix no more because that's run by the Obamas.
Yeah, well, and Valerie Jarrett.
Yeah. The 8 woman.
Yeah. Oh, he bought it at Jared. It's like, yep, they take the ring, your wallet, your car. Yeah, he went to Jared. He got used.
Are you talking about Hillary's America?
Is that the one?
The movie. Was it called Hillary's America?
No, I don't think so, because it had something to do with the killings. I don't know what the number was, but that was their trailer.
Yeah, it was
there's a couple of movies out here, 3 of them. They actually have 3 movies. One called Hillary the Movie, one called Hillary's America, and then one called Clinton Cash.
Clinton Cash, I think, is a cartoon.
No, that's when
I think it is.
That's when they did Whitewater and shit.
You know what? Maybe you're right, but I know there's a comic book or a cartoon called the same thing. Clinton Cash. Fucking. Do you know what? Bill isn't as near as evil as Hillary. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's evil. But when it comes to who wears the strap on in that fucking relationship, it's Hillary. It's Hillary. She is.
Yeah, she controlled all that because it's her family that's doing all the killing, not his.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. Do you know why Hillary's so bitter? Is because when Bill was president, right, the first 4 years, Hillary was everywhere. Hillary care, Hillary this, Hillary that, Hillary that, right? But the Democrats seen a huge Republican wave in the midterms, and they said, there's this guy, Morris. He's on Fox all the time. He used to work for the Clintons.
Oh, Dick Morris.
Dick Morris. So they hired him, right? And he was like, here's the first thing you have to do. You have to get Hillary out of the limelight. She's killing you. She's killing you in the polls. And he did it. And Hillary never fucking forgave Bill Clinton for that. She never forgave the world for that. So in her mind, I'll become president, and I will show everyone what a Hillary presidency would have been. It's all about ego. And don't get me wrong, I know it's about Trump too. Trump, it's about ego, but he wants what's best for this country.
Right, she don't. She wants what's best for her.
Hillary would flush this country down the toilet for $1.
Yeah, exactly.
A $1 bill. One on top of millions.
She would do it for a Klondike bar.
Yeah. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I'd sell out my country. And then you give her a Klondike bar.
And she's still trying to.
And she actually thinks she's going to run again, you know. Hillary. She thinks she's the Democratic nominee for the next election. Don't you ever think otherwise.
Oh, that ain't going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. But in her mind, it's the only... No, she'd lose it miserably. But in her mind, that's all she has left to hold on to. That's it. Otherwise, when the next time you'd see Hillary walking in the woods, she'd be there with the fucking rope. I'm telling you right now, she is suicidal to the extreme. Just listen to her talk. Everything she talks about is how everyone betrayed her. Everyone. The media.
Well, you can see.
Well, yeah,
why,
she's going to blame everybody but
pleasant
herself
personality.
because she's supposed to be perfect.
Right, but it's not like, and I can understand right after losing the election, you throw a couple things out. But we're what? Over a year and a half into this, and she's still doing it.
Right.
Go home.
Well, because she doesn't want those on the left to view her as imperfect. The sad thing is they do. If it come down to it and Bernie Sanders was to run again, he would beat her.
Oh God, yeah. I believe that.
The only reason he didn't in the last election was because they conspired against him.
Well,
and
she
fucked
rigged
him out.
DNC had it rigged against him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty plain.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you had Donna Brazil actually admitting it.
They're trying to rig it now so he won't run again.
I'll tell you what.
Bringing up all this shit about him buying that big $1.5 million home, they're trying to throw it in his face about taxing the rich, but he's out here buying all these big houses.
He's the only one I worry about.
That wasn't the Republicans that released that.
Bernie Sanders is the only true threat in my mind to Trump's presidency.
No, because like I said, he stabbed all the kids in the back when he...
Right, but you know what? They'll forgive, they'll forget.
No, they won't.
Oh, yeah, they will.
They won't.
They got, Jimmy, they got the fucking memory
They're not
going to
get their fucking free school and free health care. They're not going to get it.
They're going to...
All we're going to do is another 8 years of Obama.
I'm telling you right now, I understand what you're saying. But as far as Bernie Sanders goes, he's the only true threat on the Democratic ticket.
Because the young kids are the radical left. All right, he's not.
And he appeals
not going to get the independents.
Yes, he may lose all on the independents.
Exactly.
But if the millennials vote in huge numbers,
they're not. The millennials are the ones that don't vote.
I
they
know
all
they
piss
don't.
and moan. Go to the protest, but none of them vote.
Do you know what? And that always astounds me. You take the time to physically be there, and it takes like all day.
To them, it's like a party.
Yeah, well, yeah. And they're being paid to be there.
Bring your mask. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, George Soros is paying for them to be there, so what the fuck?
Being paid to be there, they're being paid to protest, they're getting money out of it, they're being paid to vote, and in some cases they're being paid to vote multiple times in different states. They made that argument last year after Trump won the election, that it should be okay for people to vote at least once in every state if that's what they want to do.
Well,
and they're still trying to pass that law where 16-year-olds and older can vote.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, that is bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah, they
keep trying to stack the deck.
Let's put the dumbest people in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. People that they ain't even get their brains developed, and we want them to make decisions.
First of all, you should have to be a taxpayer for us.
Right.
I'm telling you, it should be 21 to vote.
Illegals and
no, not
21.
No, 18. The drinking age should be 18. Everything should be the age of 18.
No, because 18, they're fucking killing themselves in cars. Maybe by 21, they'll learn how to handle their liquor before they start driving.
So you can't throw them out of the house until they're 21?
No,
they're still your responsibility till they're 21.
They're still illegal adult at 18.
So they're illegal adults, so they get all of the penalties, but none of the advantages.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
It is.
That's the American way.
Well, hey, if they're going to go up stupider, then yeah, the age should go up to match it, justify it.
Well, then if by that theory, they're your responsibility till they're 21.
No, I'm saying
just like
they're indoctrinating them. They're not educating them. Like I said, that's why everything should go up to 21.
I'm not arguing that,
because they're fucking babies at 18.
And look, All right?
Cry spaces.
So in that respect, they should be able to live under your roof if you like it or not until they're 21.
No.
And you should be responsible.
Not if they're still an adult at 18.
No, they're not.
Courts see it that way. The government,
No, they're not.
The
They
government
they
sees
can't
it that
vote.
way.
They can't drink.
Doesn't
they can't
matter.
smoke.
They're still
You're not an
legal
adult. So can they serve in the military?
Yeah.
So they can do all the bad things.
Right. Well, they don't have to go
And get
They can wait
penalized
till
for it.
21.
So in other words, all the bad
You can join
things
at
are
18
cool.
if you want to join.
But none of the good things.
But if they had a draft, it'd be 21.
Yeah.
And up.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
It does.
No, it makes absolutely no sense.
No, because somebody that wants to go in the Army at 18, you let them.
You say, what you're saying to somebody is, hey, you've turned 18, all the shitty penalties.
Well, now you can go
you'll
live
get.
on your own. You're not the legal fucking. Your mother and father no longer your legal guardian. You're your own
So,
guardian.
but you can't drink.
I don't care. Fuck
You can't
I had to
vote.
wait till 21.
But you get all the bad things, but none of the good things. So you work all week, you own an apartment, you're living with your girlfriend, you're 18, you're responsible, can't have a beer, can't vote.
Which is good.
No, it's not.
It
That's
is.
tyranny.
No, it ain't tyranny.
Of course it
No,
is.
it ain't. Those are privileges, not rights.
No, voting is a right, Jimmy.
No, but the age is a privilege. They can be changed. And obviously, it got changed from 21 to 18.
It should have never went up. Should have been 18. When you're an adult. You're an adult. You
Yeah,
can
it
be
was good enough for
charged as an
200
adult.
fucking years. It's good enough for now.
First of all, Jimmy, 200 years ago, you do realize 12-year-olds were drinking beer.
Yeah, if the family let them.
Right,
Nobody
because-
was arresting anybody for being vague unless they were drunk and being belligerent. Then they would put them in for being a nuisance.
Yeah. You're saying... Oh, my God. It's ridiculous.
I thought
When
you
you're
didn't believe in
18, you should
God.
be- Hey, yeah, no shit. I actually went to him. That's how stupid this conversation is.
Went to who?
I actually referred to God.
Well, my theory is whatever age you're at, if they can make you go off to war, they should let you have a beer.
Damn right.
They should let you vote.
Absolutely. Drive a car.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why people are dying in droves. You got to do something to change that. You're just going to keep happening like abortions.
Yep, people die, Jimmy. That's what happens. They died in droves?
Droves.
Define droves to me.
Drunk drivers, especially teenagers, because they all got heavy feet when they drive.
Yeah.
So when they die, they kill people, they go into trees.
Yeah.
You're not fucking old enough to handle liquor.
All right, so you're 18, right? By Jimmy's standards, right? You're 18.
Well,
your parents are, whoa, give me this,
maybe,
right?
Age-wise.
Your parents are no longer responsible for you. You're living outside the house, right? And you're 18. But you can't have a driver's license to go to work to pay for that apartment that you are paying for without your parents' help because you should be 21.
Well, no, he should have a driver's license.
At 18?
At 18, yeah.
Oh, okay, so the driver's license
But he can't
is fine.
drink. That's where it stops the drinking and driving. If he can go out and buy fucking alcohol, you know he's going to drive with alcohol.
Yeah, it happens, Jimmy. You know,
Like
you're
I
the guy-
said, it's
you
an
know what?
epidemic. So does an abortions. They happen.
Yeah, do you know what? And I don't care as long as I'm not paying for them.
Well, that's what a lot of people are trying to say about this abortion issue is the taxpayer should not be forced to pay for that. If somebody wants an abortion, let their insurance or their family...
Right, if they want to use it for birth control,
Don't
let
make
them
the
pay
taxpayers
for
do
it, because it's a hell of a lot
Yeah.
more expensive than the pill.
I don't like paying money to PBS.
Yeah.
All right? I think that's broadcast fucking fraud, all right? You instantly give a station an unfair advantage because it's getting government money.
Right.
Well, the
otherwise it
good.
wouldn't survive because nobody would watch it.
No. But they say, well, we don't do commercials, which they do.
Lie. Yeah, I know they lie.
Yeah, and then they not even the fact that they get money off the government, then they beg you for money. Oh, contribute to this. Fuck you. What, you really care? I think I care about fucking
That's a liberal,
Bill Nye, the science guy,
the
or
liberal
whatever.
elites. They donate to that shit.
Same thing with abortion. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't want to find
I do. They shouldn't be doing abortions in fucking 9 months.
I agree with you.
I think they should have 24 days, and that's it. You make up your mind in them 24 days. Go take a vacation, go do something, but make up your fucking mind. And you don't need more than 24 days.
I agree with you, Jimmy, but the reality is it's not going away. So if I'm not paying for it, I'm not contributing to it. And
well, see, the reason why abortions were rampant before Roe versus Wade is they didn't have the pill. The only thing they had was a condom, and you felt like in other words, you had to go to your local pharmacy. He knew you as a kid growing up, and now here you are buying condoms.
You're shamed.
Yeah, it's just, they don't use condoms. They don't buy them because
they're afraid to.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
but
here was little
different.
Jimmy
now
buying some condoms and some Skittles.
Yeah, let these broads pay for their own abortions, see how many they have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This freebie shit is for the birds.
Yeah, do it yourself.
I am going to have to go buy some condoms and some Skittles so I could take a picture of it now.
It's selective surgery.
Yeah, they chose. He said it exactly. They chose to do it. We did not.
Feel the rainbow.
A lot of people.
Like I said, if I was a woman and I had the possibility of getting knocked up and I didn't want one, it would be pretty stupid. I'd take the pill. I'd make sure that there was a condom or something involved with if there was no pill.
It's always my body, my choice.
Right, but they never make the right choice.
Yeah. Do you know what the one word you'll never hear? My responsibility.
Right.
It's always somebody else's fault. Well, it takes two to tango.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the guy's fault.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that's horny and wanted to get laid.
The funny thing
and he got her all hot and bothered, so she had no
everybody's
choice.
Pissed off. Everybody's pissed off because they think Trump's going to ban abortion. He's not even trying to do that.
Yeah, it's the last thing on his mind.
Well, he said it'd go back to the states. They already said where it's going to go, so the states themselves can keep abortion.
He's not banning it. He's just changing who has the right to make that decision.
Right. Yeah, it's just we're not going to be government funded.
And do you know what? Say you live in a state where the abortion laws suck or whatever, and to define that, I'm not even going into. Then go to another state that has liberal abortion laws, pay for it yourself, and have it done. And I'm cool. I don't care about that. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of liberals killing future liberals.
I think women should be arrested after their third abortion just for child neglect.
Yeah, it is actually child neglect in the worst way.
Exactly. Because they obviously don't give a shit about getting abortions.
That is like child abuse.
They talk about this
preemptive strike.
Yeah.
Kid never had a chance.
They talk about all this pro-choice stuff, but yet the unborn child is not given a choice.
No. And it's my body. Your body ends where the baby's body begins.
Right. It's no longer just yours.
Yeah. It's not your gift.
The government considers it two people, so we're going to consider it two people.
If I murder a pregnant woman, right, I get charged with 2 murders. But if she does it, okay.
Yep.
Just business as usual.
Put your money in the drawer.
Yep. No, you mean my money in the drawer.
Right.
And once again, that issue
Put
to me.
someone else's money in a drawer.
Yeah. Well, that's how liberals think. As long as it's somebody else's money, it's good
They
money.
think the government can afford everything, which it probably could if it didn't give out foreign aid and all the other places they misspend money. Government employees, there's just way too many people working for the government.
Yeah, Winston Churchill was, I believe, the first one to say that. Socialism is great until you run out of other people's money to spend. I could have said it like Winston Churchill, but I'm a little buzzed.
You have nothing.
Socialism fails everywhere.
We got about a minute and a half left.
Right, that's cool. Let's talk it out. Jimmy's beeping.
Let's play a minute and a half of stupid sound effects.
No! Unless you got something good.
Unless you get something new.
Yeah.
No, well, the newest thing I have is the Scooby-Doo laugh, but you guys have already heard that one.
Yeah, we've heard it. Do you know what you need? Some Popeye quotes. Popeye, I am what I am. And that's all that I am.
What's that one there where they gave the moral at the end of the story?
Oh my God, Aesop's Fables.
Yeah, Aesop. Yeah, that's it.
Aesop's Fables. That was from Fraction Fairy Tales. With the book slams closed on the fairy.
Well, the moral of the story is...
Yeah, and it was always two of them. The moral. Do you know what? What have we learned tonight? How about that? At the end of the show, what did we learn tonight? Jeremy, what did you learn tonight?
That we need to be better prepared.
Yes!
We definitely need to be better prepared. I tell you what, though, but once we get started, even if we're just winging it, we don't stop.
Yeah,
once
absolutely.
Hit a subject that we have decent knowledge on, we just keep going. We could almost wing an entire show on politics.
You do know
it's just getting started.
Yeah, if you mix science and politics together, I can fucking bat it out of the park every time. Or history. Love history, love science.
If you mix science and politics together, something explodes.
Yeah, well, that's how the world came into being. It was the Big Bang Theory.
Right. The Big Bang Theory. We all come from a tiny microscopic ball of gas that suddenly exploded and created the entire universe.
Yep, and that's how it happened.
All right, folks, we gotta go.
Ah, shit. We'll continue this next week, Jeremy. Or maybe tomorrow.
All right, folks, good night. Yes. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah, we could debate it.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Bye, folks.
I was angry. I was fun. I was charming. I was lucky. Tell me